My name is Glasener, and I am the Information System Support Manager for Lambert St. Louis International Airport. I really like working for Lambert. It's always a challenge. There's always something happening. 9/11 is a perfect example. They needed my assistance to help with modifying the security systems at Lambert. The airport's a pretty important facility for the city of St. Louis because a lot of people call it our welcome mat to the world. My department provides the tools that a modern workforce needs to operate in today's age, that we give them the ability to have access to information, which is important, not just flight information, vehicle information, information on where the money at Lambert goes, where it's spent. But also access to communications. Email is very prevalent in today's world. I really like working for Lambert. It's always a challenge. There's always something happening. 9/11 is a perfect example. I was actually traveling when that happened, and I was on a plane that day, and I knew I wasn't getting to my destination, and they needed my assistance to help with modifying the security systems at Lambert because we had to start tracking individuals that might be in our badge population. Badge population, they are able to access the airfield, and after that, they needed to know who was on the ramp. That was probably one of our most challenging moment. There are consequences involved with our job here at Lambert. If we don't monitor the network and make sure that all the systems are operating correctly, we could lose airfield lighting, which would affect the ability to fly in and out of Lambert. We also provide the network infrastructure for our crash phone system. Crash phone system is in the tower, and whenever there's an event on the field, the tower can pick up a phone and automatically rings the 3 firehouses here. Well, we have to ensure that system is operating, and part of that is the network infrastructure that connects everything together.
We're in the main fiber hub room for the airport. This is where all of our communications and network equipment comes through in the airport. We're kind of configured in a star configuration. One of the things we also house in this room is our video recording system. We currently record all the video cameras at our different checkpoints so that if there's someone that breaches a security checkpoint, we can call it up on a remote computer and look at the video files which are saved on these hard drives here, so that we can get an idea of who it was, so the police can try to find that person before they have to shut down the concourse, which is really important because every minute you shut down a concourse, the airlines are going to lose money. Okay, now these are our single mode fiber cabinets. What this is there's 2 types of fiber that we use. One is multi-mode, one is single mode. Single mode has a much higher operating capacity, and we use that for our long distance fiber runs. Okay, what we have here is this the main core switch for our security access system. Everything on the security access system flows through the switch over these fiber optic cables here. And up above it, this is our communications equipment for our Wi-Fi service. We actually have a vendor that provides Wi-Fi service for all the folks in the airport that want to use their laptops while they're waiting for their planes. In this cabinet here, we have what we call our crash phone system. And this switch here is dedicated for the crash system because it's such an important system that it has to be operational for us to be able to fly. And then all this equipment down here plugs in there and goes to the remote firehouses, the police department, the operations center, and the director's office so that they can hear what's going on during an event. Now in this cabinet here, we've got the core of our network here at Lambert. This switch here actually operates at 10 gigabits. And this switch here is operating at 1 gigabit, and that drives all our flight information display systems here at Lambert. What we're looking at here is one of the video walls. There's 4 of them in the main terminal that show flight information for the passengers. And one of the things that we're doing to try to cut our costs is on this board there were 1 computer for every 3 monitors. On this departure side, we're actually driving all 9 of those monitors with 1 computer now as a test, and it's looking pretty good that we're going to be able to do it to the rest of the boards. That way we can cut down the number of PCs that we use here on the board
to save money for the airport, licensing costs as well as hardware costs. I like working for Lambert. I've always enjoyed the management at Lambert. They treat this department in the city not like a city agency, but more like a business, because our survival depends on us operating efficiently with the funds that we receive from the tenants and the airlines at the airport. At Lambert, we understand that our funding is dependent on our tenants and the airlines.